What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. I am back from my vacation. I hope you all have had a wonderful week. I know I sure did. I just wanted to make a video about the new update or expected update to come out with the Ravens. I'm super excited about that. It looks really cool. I already have it all pulled up here. It says preliminary information on the upcoming Crossout update. It doesn't necessarily say. Oh, it says it's planned to be released next week in the second half of January. The Ravens will visit the valley again, which is pretty cool. I haven't had much experience with these guys. I don't know what parts you can craft from them, but pretty stoked about that. I'll just kind of go over what they have at the moment. Obviously, there's probably a lot more. They said these are just some of the patch notes. This isn't what they are going to have necessarily. These are just things that are going to be in the update at the moment that they haven't changed. I don't know that they'll change them. If they do, I'm sure they'll release some patch notes, and I'll throw out another video for you guys just so you can kind of see what's going on. I'll read this out to you guys. So, as it says right here, all the new features described here are not final, may be changed before they are introduced into the game, or may not make it into the game at all. And then it says, the Ravens Flask, please note that the event will not add any new parts to the game, but this time you will be able to manufacture all the parts and cosmetic items of the kinetic, or I'm just going to say that's wrong, and Ravens, which are still exclusive and cannot be produced on any other workbenches. As before, production will require resources, parts, and tailors, blah blah blah. You guys all know, an excessive amount of parts that we all don't have in our inventory, so we'll have to grind for it. Anyway, these are some of the balance changes. Pretty excited for them, honestly, because a lot of these guns I do use them. The shotgun, the Spitfire, I don't use that, but the optimal range is planned to be reduced from 40 to 30, so that's kind of a nerf. As you guys can see, I'll scroll kind of slow so you can read the developer comment if you guys want me to read it. That's totally cool. I can definitely do that. The median received an update a buff last update for the battle pass. It was for shell velocity, and now it's going to damage is planned to be increased by 7%. I think right now they do 134 cabin damage, so that should notch it up a little bit. I don't have the math right here right now. Let's take a second. So 134 plus an additional 7% is going to be 143, so that's not bad at all. The Prosecutor, I love these are so much fun. The blast damage is planned to be increased by 6%, and as you guys all know, I think it penetrates a certain amount of armor and then detonates. It has a shell detonation. How that works. That's pretty cool. The Nest, this is something that received a huge nerf after it first came out, and it hasn't really had any buffs since then. But the blast damage is planned to be increased by 25%. That'll be super good for blowing off all sorts of chunks off your vehicle. The Thresher, this one, as you guys all know, probably also got a buff last update with shell velocity and accuracy. So the spread from each shot will be decreased by 50%. So again, another buff. Grenade launcher, the Impulse, I've never really used this thing. I thought the fire rate is too slow, but it says projectile speed is planned to be increased by 33%, which is pretty cool. And here we are again, another yokai buff. Still, honestly, I will definitely get a video out to you guys probably with this weapon, and kind of go back over it, because obviously it's received will be receiving 2 buffs with this next update coming out. So we'll kind of go back over it. I know it got the perk got a buff to increase the explosion radius, and then this is obviously, it looks like the same thing. The bonus to blast damage from the weapons perk is planned to be increased from 40 to 50%, which is not crazy, but it is another 10% jump. It's just a weapon they're trying to, bring into the game. Honestly, they might buff the crap out of it and it still might suck. Some weapons just aren't great. The Gremlin. The duration of the bonus received from the perk is planned to be increased by 5 to 8 seconds. What is a Gremlin? I am spacing hard right now. Let my game refresh, my console. Gremlin. Oh, the new one, the new shotgun. Okay, well that makes more sense. Bam. So what does it say? No, the perk. Okay. Fafnir, as you guys all know, I'm a huge fan of these. With this event that came out, the Christmas event, I fused 4 of these suckers. So I have 4. So the fuse gave it a 5% damage boost. What was the other things? It gave it I know it gave it a damage boost, a range of fire, and I think a reload time, but I'm not sure. No, it's durability, reload, and range of fire. And so it was a 5% buff. And so this damage is planned to be increased by 5%. So that'll be a 10% damage buff, which is going to be gnarly. And then the bonus of the perk will reduce the spread by up to 40% instead of 30% previously. So as you guys all know, a while back, the Fafnir, I think, had a 40%, and they nerfed it on the release of the Nidhogg to 30%. So that's pretty other cool. And then this, I think it's funny how it says here, Fafnir compared to other epic shotguns showed insufficient efficiency. Have you guys watched my videos? Do you guys? Oh man, Fafnirs are great. A slight increase in damage and increase in accuracy received from its perk will allow it to quickly shoot off weapons and other important parts. Have these guys ever looked at the junk bow or the Fafnir? These things are disgusting. They are so much fun to use. For any of you guys who obviously watched Fafnir or any of my shotgun Fafnir builds, they're so much fun. Here's an interesting one, Cyclones. These are definitely going to change the way that these are used. The durability is planned to be increased from 535 to 661. Now for those of you with a fused Cyclone and you have durability, it should break 700 points of durability, which is, that's crazy to me. That is absolutely crazy, because we all know that as players, Cyclone builds are kind of a pop shot long distance. So these are going to be hard to destroy now. But the other thing is, a lot of people are using like triple Cyclones on like step spiders. And it says the mass is planned to be increased from 510 to 729. That's a huge jump. That's like cannon weight. That's like a tsunami weight. I thought that was crazy. Another one here, the auto cannon, AC-80 Stillwind. So obviously not a lot of people use the Stillwind. I still have my fused one, obviously, in my garage. I didn't get rid of it. Do I think it's worth it? Still no. I think it's interesting. The blast damage is planned to be increased by 9%. Is there even a blast damage? I mean, it's an auto cannon, I get that, but I don't notice the blast, to be honest with you guys. The crossbow toadfish. So now the delay between shots will be shorter by 30%. So I actually really like that, because I do eventually want to pick up toadfish. I have spikes right now, and they're a lot of fun. I run them triple spike on hovers around like 9k, and it's just fun to like shoot people at the top of their builds or like their guns, and then it tosses them. The waltz. So rocket launcher waltz. The projectile speed is planned to be increased by 12%. The durability is planned to be increased from 209 to 259. So that's something I had a problem with too when I used my waltz. I thought they were pretty fun, but the projectile speed was a little bit slow, even though they're fused for it, and the durability was kind of meh. So 259, that's pretty darn good. I wonder if that's 259 before fuse, or it's probably all this is before fuse. I don't know why I would even ask that. I apologize. The hammerfall, this is one I also wanted to get into. I thought triple hammerfalls with a fuse seal would be a lot of fun. And then kind of have the perks interchanging, so that way they all have a reduced effect, because I don't know if the perk stacks necessarily. But it says the physical model of the shotgun will be improved. They say improved and then they say reduced in parentheses, so I'm assuming like the physical model will be reduced in size or something, or they're just going to revamp it since it is an older gun and it's looked the same forever, which would be pretty cool. I love when they give guns a revamp. The partial shotgun, obviously something we've all had. They're everywhere. They're still shield clubbing down in the 4K, 3K lobbies. Reload time is planned to be increased from 2.6 seconds to 2.8. The time to fully charge the shot is planned to be increased from 1 to 1.5 seconds. The holding time for a full charge before automatic firing is planned to be reduced from 2 seconds to 1.5 seconds. So that means you can't hold your shot as long when you charge it, which is pretty cool. This says the shotgun still shows an overestimated efficiency. The changes should reduce its too high DPS, damage per second parameter, which is especially noticeable when firing in charged mode. See, now the thing I have a problem with is I don't think that it's DPS per se. It's the fact that it can still knock off low power score weapons just like that. I think honestly, to nerf these, they should raise the power score like they did the kaiju, because when the kaiju first came out, I don't remember what it was, but they increased the power score through the roof, and now you know, can't do that. So the only thing that I can see to do that is to raise the power score. But anyway, guys, that's just kind of the update notes for the up and coming update. Like I said, if they release some more information on that or some more content, I will definitely let you guys know. Yeah, so that is it for now. I will definitely be posting a few more videos for you guys, possibly today. I don't know. We just got back from Mexico, so I'm kind of just chilling and whatnot, but I thought I would get this out to you guys while it's fresh and before they shoot another update note, patch note out or whatever. But anyway, I will see you guys in the next video. Hope you guys are still enjoying this stuff. If you do like it, definitely help me out, subscribe, share it. This is an Xbox, so I noticed I had a comment about being on Xbox, but yes, this is Xbox. I don't play PC or PlayStation, but yeah, we'll see you guys in the next video.